I talk for a living. I actually make money out of speeches that I give. I've never given a speech like this ever before, so I don't know what the next 10 minutes hold for me. Honestly don't. I had prepared a lot of things. My mind is completely blank and numb. First question, why did I write this book? A lot of people, including my journalist friends, told me that my company has now established itself. We have 41 people with us. I should have moved on. When my ban ended yesterday, that was closure. And I would have moved on. We would have made some money, we would have established ourselves, and the story would be dead. I want to ask all of you, and a lot of you are people from the media, and a lot of you are parents. Any parent who has a child, my first question to each of you, if your child saw your photograph as a father or a mother in a dog leash with a chain around the dog's neck and a cane on the side saying he, number one. Number two, my mother's here. My mother is 75. Her health has deteriorated for the worst in the last 2 years. And আর ঠিক হবে না, it won't be the same again. একবার her blood sugar goes up to 400, and another time it falls down to 66. And we are not able to understand what goes on. Do I blame myself all my life that I was responsible for this? That I was the one who was the culprit as her son, that made her do this, that resulted in her health going continuously south? My sister was going through cancer. She's a breast cancer survivor, and her 16th chemo was on, and her health plummeted down. Do I take responsibility for that? Finally, my wife, who actually had to live this with me every single day. When she went to my daughter's school, যখন স্কুলে মেয়েকে নিয়ে ছাড়তে যেত, কেউ কথা বলতো না। সোশ্যাল মিডিয়াতে প্রস্টিটিউট বলা থেকে আরম্ভ করে, স্লাট বলা থেকে আরম্ভ করে সব শুনেছে। I owe it to her. I absolutely owe it to her. And to my colleagues, and to a number of people out here who I want to thank, and I will thank at the end of this program, but that's at the end. But there are a number of people. I owe it to all of them. Finally, I owe it to myself. What am I? There are 3 charges against me, ladies and gentlemen. And I will answer every media question that is asked of me. Whatever questions, every question I will answer. Every single question. 3 charges against me. 3 charges. 1, I am a bully. 2, I threatened a cricketer and I wanted to destroy the life of a cricketer. And 3, I was intimidating the cricketer for 4 years. 3 to 4 years. Let me answer them one by one. Intimidation for 3 to 4 years, উনি কমিটির কাছে গিয়ে বললেন, according to the committee report, আমি 3-4 বছর ধরে I was intimidating this particular cricketer. সেই 3-4 বছরে আমার বইতে আমি লিখেছি, and I have demonstrated aptly in the book, quoting messages from the cricketer where he writes to me, আমার দিকটা দেখে নিও, look into my side of the story. When he was going through a recuperation shoulder surgery at the NCA, please represent my side of the story and don't tell the world that I am telling you this. I've put out the messages in the book. If I share this relationship with someone, is this a relationship of intimidation? Ever? Is this a relationship where I'm threatening that person? There are 10 tweets on this particular cricketer's handle even today, which says your show is a blockbuster, you are excellent, etc. Are these tweets done under intimidation? আমি তো তাকে পয়সা দিইনি কোনোদিন. I am publicly saying this. তিনি আমার বই ধরে ছবি দিয়েছেন। Was this done under intimidation? Coming to the point about threatening and being a bully. This particular cricketer had put out a series of WhatsApp messages on the 19th of February. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly note the date, 19th of February. And why is 19th of February significant? 19th of February is significant because on that particular day, this cricketer was dropped from the Indian national team. So he puts out these messages at 10 p.m. The reality is, these messages were sent to him on the 13th of February, 7 days back. What is the context? The context is the day he got sold in the IPL auction, and we as Bengalis wanted to celebrate him. Why? Because it was a decided thing between his manager, himself and me, when his manager comes to my house and says, celebrate this particular cricketer because a fellow Bengali needs to help a fellow Bengali. And it was a decided thing that I will help this particular cricketer. I had interviews set on the 13th of February, I'm putting it on record, with Parth Jindal, Sanjeev Goenka, Gary Kirsten and Ashish Nehra. And ladies and gentlemen, a lot of you from the media, you know that an Ashish Nehra interview or a Gary Kirsten interview would give me more numbers than this cricketer's interview. Then why was I doing this? If I wanted to do it on the 13th of Feb, it was to celebrate this man because I had promised him I will celebrate him. Proof, next day, I went on to interview Ashish Nehra and I asked Ashish 2 questions. Why are you not giving this guy more chances? If I wanted to intimidate, bully, threaten, throw him out of the Indian national team, would I ask those questions? I'm not an idiot, am I? What does he do? He wipes away the dates of my messages, tampers with my messages, lies through his teeth. সত্যির উল্টোটা তো মিথ্যেই হয় মগনলালজি। He lies through his teeth, puts out my messages in the public domain, rolls me over, and in doing so rolls my family over. 6 minutes are done of my 10, and sport is all about timing. On the 22nd, he comes out in the public domain and says he doesn't want to impact my family. Brutus is an honorable man. The moment he says, I don't want to impact this man's family, a whole barrage of social media trolls start attacking my wife, my mother, my daughter, and my late father. So much so, this picture of my father, 23 years back, he's passed away, and Mamuni, I'm sorry for this. Below his photograph is written, your father is as arrogant as you, a bastard. Below my wife's photograph is written, she's a prostitute. And it is all on this cricketer's timeline. It is from his official fan page. If he had something against me, take it out on me, not my family. No one does this to anyone's family. This book is not a product of vengeance. This book is not written to harm anyone. If I wanted to, I would have named the man. I'm requesting all of you, folded hands, do not name the person in public, because his family should not face the same social ostracism and avalanche of vitriol that my family faced. Please not. I was told I was powerful. I'm indeed powerful. Someone who can't protect his mother, his wife, his father, his daughter, his team, his colleagues, gets banned, doesn't get to go to a cricket stadium, loses contracts, loses livelihood. Indeed, he's powerful. I'm extremely powerful that I wasn't able to go to a cricket ground for the last 2 years. My friend Snehashish Ganguly actually told me, তুমি তো আমার বক্সে এসে খেলা দেখতে পারো, সেখানে তো কোনো অসুবিধে নেই। না, and I told Rajda I can't. You know why? Because কেউ যদি একটা ছবি নিয়ে, if somebody takes a photograph of mine and puts it out on social media, once again my family and I will be viciously abused. last 2 points. When I was banned, I was called a cancer, I was called a tumor, I was called a lot of names. And a lot of people in this fraternity who are out here today are journalists. If a doctor is abused, there are 5 doctors who will stand by him, and there will be a concerted effort. And you know what? It will be the same for lawyers, for film people, for everybody. It's not the same for journalists except a few. We journalists divide ourselves. We journalists are our worst enemies. The problem is, if it can happen to me today, it can happen to you. It is your story. It can happen to him. It can happen to anyone in this particular audience. And I was told that I am in the wrong because I had asked for an exclusive. Hand on heart. Each of you are senior journalists, accomplished journalists. Tell me one person who has not asked for an exclusive. One person. If you haven't, then you're a disgrace to your profession. An editor like Srinjoy Bosch will say, exclusive na ante parle ki anli tui? Right? For asking for an exclusive, whether it's Srinjoy, whether it's Gautam Da, whether it's Vikas, whether it's Indrajit Hajra, a lot of people, Rajoshi, senior people will pull you up and say, where is the exclusive? And it's our right? Abhishek Tripathi does exclusives every day. Now, for asking for an exclusive, I get banned. Banned for 2 years, my calling card taken away, my livelihood taken away, my everything, my fundamental right to report on a sport that gave me a life taken away from me. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it has been hard. It has been very, very hard. My final point, I will not get back the 2 years. My family will not. This is our long COVID, and we know it. There will never, ever be closure. But, if this particular cricketer, I'm asking him 3 questions through y'all. Does he not owe my mother an apology? Does he not owe my wife an apology? His daughter and my daughter are the same age. If my daughter is mentally scarred for life, does he not owe my daughter an apology? I don't seek that, but I request you, and I look each of you in the eye. I did not bully. I did not threaten. I did not want to end his career. All I wanted to do was celebrate him. If you can, and my request to each of you, kindly get us on a cross-examination. Bring the 2 of us together, and I will look him in the eye and tell him, I swear on my daughter, I'm telling you the truth. Can you say the same thing? I'm telling you, and I'm willing to take a lie detector test on everything that I've said on this platform. And by the way, if I make a mistake like my platform did the other day with the East Bengal club, আমি folded hands নিঃশর্ত ক্ষমা চেয়েছি, আবার চাইলাম। কিন্তু এবং ইস্ট বেঙ্গল সাপোর্টারদের কাছে, সভ্যর কাছে, ক্লাব সমর্থকদের কাছে, ম্যানেজমেন্টের কাছে আবার ক্ষমা চাইলাম। 100টা পজিটিভ স্টোরি করব, বিকজ ইস্ট বেঙ্গল, মোহনবাগান আমার রক্তে। দুটো ক্লাবের একসাথে না থাকলে ভারতীয় ফুটবল এগোবে না। সো ভুল করলে ভুল স্বীকার করতে আমার 1 সেকেন্ড সময় লাগবে না। বাট যেটা আমি করিনি, till I die, till I go to my grave, I will not agree to that. And banned will be Aisha's ticket when she is 15 or 16 to tell the world that my father is this man who I actually loved and worshipped as a hero. And he wasn't a bully. Thank you very much.